Hello, friends. Welcome. I want to share with you a very powerful process that is called recapitulation. This is a wonderful way for you to be able to become more of a witness to your own experiences. I learned this at the Chopra Center when I worked there, and Deepak would teach us how every day it was very powerful at the end of the day, before we went to sleep, to just take a few moments in quiet meditation and introspection, and then move into recapitulation. What this means is just with the eyes closed, you open up your mind to be able to experience the day again. And doing this in kind of a fast forward motion, so you don't have to take the whole day again. But it's just to be able to review from the moment you woke up as you went through your day, what were some of the things that stand out to you? These could be interactions with others, these could be feelings or patterns. And we're just looking at it from a place of non judgment, non-comparison, just with that curiosity and intrigue, like, oh, okay, and then this happened and this happened, and you just get a good view of the overall feel and experiences of the day. In a very practical way, it's at the very least very cathartic to process your day, and leads to a quieter mind before you go into restful sleep. And then at the other end of the spectrum, where it becomes even maybe beyond the physical benefits, you start to be able to come into the experience as a witness to the experience, right? And so you're kind of watching yourself as you're going through, as if you'd be watching a character in a story or watching a film. And you start to see it playing out, and you start cultivating this more witnessing awareness, this consciousness that is being able to observe the experiences. This is a way for us to really get some deep clarity in our lives and things that are working or not working, emotions that may need tending to or processing, needs that might be going unmet, relationships that might need some conscious communication within them, or adjustments to even scheduling. So it can be very practical, but it's also very deeply enriching from being able to be more of that observer to our life. And this helps in then present moment situations where you find yourself in a situation, and it gives you the opportunity to be that kind of steady, calm consciousness that might be observing a situation that is happening. Now, this doesn't mean you get detached from your life or your experiences or who you are. Actually, it helps you to get more deeply connected to who you truly are versus sometimes who we think we are, or, the emotions that can also sometimes kind of steal the show and start running it. So this gives us an opportunity to have more of that peace, more of that zen, and that observer perspective, so we can navigate our life with a kind of higher perspective. Also, I thought it'd be fun to lead you through this right now, so that as we are coming to the completion of the year, and a lot of people are celebrating that completion of one year and then moving into the beginning of the next, that we could take some time today together to recapitulate this year. And so for those of you who would like to join me, just allow yourself to come into a comfortable seat. If there's any distractions around you, maybe you could turn off your devices, of course, except for the one that you might be listening to this on, but being able to just have it be a little bit quieter. And then being able to orient the body so that it's comfortable. I find that it's helpful to be seated, but if that's not possible for you, or you feel much more comfortable lying down and you know you won't fall asleep, then you can do it in a reclining position. And just allow yourself to become more present to this moment, closing the eyes to the outer world and starting to open your mind and your heart to your inner workings, your inner world. Allowing for a few conscious breaths, deepening in to your quiet center. This quiet center is ever present, but sometimes the noise in the foreground takes over. And so just start to slip quietly deeper and deeper into that stillness, into that quiet. And simply begin maybe from New Year's Eve of last year. Where were you last New Year's Eve? What were the feelings that you might have been feeling? Who was there? What did it smell like or sound like? Maybe taste like from the foods you might have been eating, the drinks you might have been drinking. And again, non-comparison, non-judgment, not how you wished it would have been or anything of that nature, or holding on to how amazing it was, just witnessing. And just make your way through maybe the countdown if you experienced that, or however you felt or experienced that transition from one year to the next, and maybe you were sleeping. So you just see yourself as you went to bed. And just let it start to play, maybe a little faster now as you start to go into New Year's morning, and how you felt. Who was there? What was the experience? Just continue. And of course, you're not going to go day by day. Just start to move through January. Through February. There was a lot of changes collectively was taking place at that time. How did you experience going into March? And moving into the springtime that April and May bring. Witness yourself and your experiences, maybe recalling what started happening as you were moving into the summer months. In June, July, and August. Noticing if there was any significant events, people, emotions, challenges, or successes. Again, we're not labeling or judging or comparing, we're just observing. I'm using certain words just to evoke maybe memory recall for you. As you move into the fall, moving into September, and October. And the colder, quieter, darker months that follow as we move into the winter and the holiday season. Moving into November and December. Just moving through all of December. Coming to this moment, reflecting on the year in its entirety. Allowing for some deep breaths, maybe even in through the nose, out through the mouth as you release this year. As you let go of the experiences and anything that may be ready to go, maybe anything that's not serving you any longer. But again, not with judgment, just with a gentle invitation to let go. And in doing this, you are creating space. And the beautiful exhalation that allows for a space to be created for the cultivation of that which you will bring in. Maybe it's in the new year and commitments that you're making to yourself, goals that you might be setting, dreams you might be dreaming. Just let this process of recapitulation serve you in bringing deep awareness, consciousness, and an opportunity for release before you come into the new year. As you feel ready to, slowly start to bring your awareness back into the body, to the breath, maybe even wiggling the fingers and toes and stretching, and then opening your eyes as you're ready. Thank you for coming along the journey. It was so fun to lead you in a recapitulation activity, and just know you can do this meditation each night, and it'll really help you to process the day and to set the space for a restful sleep, which will allow you then to start fresh the next day. And also very powerful to end the year in this way and create space for those new beginnings, those seeds that you're planting. Happy New Year, everyone.